Peace. Back to Brown. Built in the mind. With the math. Speak in the red. Let's build the
Peace. You know how I do. You know it says Master Brown said. Another special edition of Build the Cipher. We are on episode 6. Episode 6 is equality. Want for your brother what you want for yourself, right? The theme is principle of fairness and selfishness. Fairness and selfishness. Equality is not just numbers or splitting things down the middle. You know what I mean? That's not what equality is. It's not just numbers or splitting things down the middle. Equality is how I see you, is how I see me. If I want freedom for me, I want freedom for you. If I want peace for me, I want peace for you. If I want bread on my table, I want you fed too. That's the signs of wanting for your brother, what you want for yourself, right? When I say I want for my brother, what I want for yourself, I'm talking about real, eternal balance. Not envy, not ego, empathy in motion. You know what I'm saying? And through all that science that we be going through, equality is balance, it's harmony, it's being in tune with yourself, We also got a different type of mentality when it comes to equality. We got the crabs in the barrel mentality, It's not the crabs in the barrel mentality, If they have trained us, especially black men, to compete with each other, Not to complete each other, but to compete with each other. Not to complete each other, but to compete with each other. You know what I mean? They gave us the lie that only one can raise. Only one can rise. Excuse my language. They gave us the lie that only one can rise. So we cut down our own reflection. That's not equality. That's ego addiction. You know what I mean? Your brother is not your rival, God. He is not our rival. We got to start looking at our brother in a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? I was always taught if two gods fight, one must die. Why would I want to fight another God, man? Why would I want to bring harm to God? Because if I know God is purely God's direction, God is over devil, God is God moving in motion, in a good orderly motion, in divine motion, then what am I looking like wanting to kill my brother, man? I'd rather just not mess with you and go upon my separate ways, and we can still coincide and say peace, because peace is the absence of all confusion. You know what I mean? I'm not in confusion with no other gods in my nation, no other black men out there, no man, because we all are men at the end of the day. We got families to take care of. We got work to do. I don't have no egotistical bold about my body, man. Ego means easing God out the picture. And I'm not trying to ease God out of any picture. For God is in the picture. As you can see, he's seen and heard everywhere. For he is the all I see it. That's what God is. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, you got to hold him up. Sometimes with your brothers, you got to hold them up and hold yourself higher. You know what I mean? Like I said, he's not your rival. Your brother is only going to be the mirror that you can see the reflection of both of y'all, and see your reflection of yourself, to see yourselves in it, to know that you're my brother and I'm your brother. It says in our lessons, I am your brother, a companion in the kingdom in patience. You know what I'm saying? That means I am your brother with companion and patience. You know what I'm saying? Through the trial and tribulation, man, I'm be there for my brother. See, even in the Bible, it speaks about when a man was going through something, he said, well, I was going through something, I only saw one set of footprints in the sand. And God said, the reason why you saw one set of footprints is because when you was going through your most challenging times in life, it's when I carried you. It's when I held you up as my brother and said, don't worry, we're going to get through it. We're going to fight you. I got you. You're my brother. I got your back. And that's what brothers do. That's the equality, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the quality of God. Because God is not just to build or destroy. He builds and adds on to the people, man. I don't try to destroy my people. I try to build them up. I destroy lies. I kill that which is keeping my people held down, which is the lies. Allah told us we have to heart to kill. And sometimes we have to kill that lie, my brothers. The lie that is holding our brothers back, that we can rise them up with us. Because if he's there, you put your arm out and lift your brothers up. That's true equality, you know what I mean? So, to show proof that, let's make it real, you know? You got $20 in your pocket. Your man is hungry. Do you feed him or do you flex on him? You know what I mean? You making moves? Do you put your team on or stay solo and shine? These are the questions you gotta ask yourself, you know what I'm saying? Because if I had $20 and my man was with me and I'm going somewhere and he hungry, make sure my man eat like I'm eating. I'm not going to eat in his face. I'm not going to drink in his face and say, yo, bro, you right? You want something to eat? Because that's the love I got from my brother. I'm not going to let him starve if I'm not starving. You know what I'm saying? Equality don't mean that I share my woman with you. It don't mean I share my house with you. It don't mean I share my money with you. But if you need a job, I'm going to show you how to get that job. If you need fish, I'm going to show you how to fish and be a great fisherman like me. That's rising your brother up to the equality of you. That's your being one and the same in the equality of God. That's the structure that we have to keep that in. The equality of God, man. Living life how I live it and how I want you to live it. You know what I mean? Equality in action means uplifting your brother when he is down. A lot of us like to put our brother down, like on social media, what's going on right now on social media, you know what I'm saying, with three people. And I'm not here to condemn no man like Puffy or any other men, but as soon as one of us black men get in a predicament, the whole black race turns their back on us. And they want to kick us down and say this about us and now disrespecting us. And it's not, and that's not what no other people do, you know what I'm saying? The white men don't do it to themselves. The Spanish people don't do that to their Spanish people. They stick together as a nation. And we've lost that within ourselves, how to stay together as a nation. It says one nation, one mind, under a groove. You know what that means? One nation, one mind, under a groove. The all in all. You know what I'm saying? We all are one in the mind of Allah. I was watching the video of that 1967 video when the guards was building and the brother started asking them questions. He said, you ain't hear my brother? My brother already told you it. Whatever my brother say, I'm going to say the same thing. We say the same thing. It's nothing different. You know, that shows the equality of what your brother is up. It's what I am, man. When he said I'm going to say the same thing, there is no difference between me and my brother. We live in the same word of God. You know what I mean? And that's besides how you got to keep it. Nobody can separate us. Nobody should separate the gods, man. Nobody should come between us and make God fight. That's causing trouble amongst the righteous people. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, it's just crazy out here. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying? God lift your brother when he's down. Speaking truth when the crowd stays silent. You got to know how to open your mouth when the crowd stays silent, man. You can't fear to speak the truth because you're scared of what the devil might do. No. Allah ain't raised no punks, and he ain't raised no fools either. When you see something, they say you're supposed to say something. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's negative or it's going against your people. You know what I'm saying? The government got a job to do, and Allah's 5% got a job to do. I'm no longer in the streets. You know what I'm saying? I don't live street life. I live a godly life. If something's happened out there, if somebody's hurting a child or somebody's doing something, I'm supposed to speak up for my community. I'm not supposed to keep a blind eye to it. That would be me being a part of the problem. And I'm not a part of the problem. I'm a part of the solution. You know what I mean? We're supposed to be teaching what we know and not gatekeeping the knowledge. You don't gatekeep the knowledge, you teach it. You give it out freely. We're not here to sell it. We don't sell knowledge. We don't sell lessons. We don't sell these things. We give the knowledge away for free because that's how Allah gave it to us. That's how I got it. And since I got like that, I give it back that way freely to the people because that's my equality, my root, my way to lay down the seeds and watch it plant and grow. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I just want to say this to the people, you know. I'm going to give you some affirmations. The first affirmation is wanting for your brother what you want for yourself. Another affirmation is, I am who I say I am, the true and living God. Say that to yourself every day. I am who I say I am, the true and living God. One more affirmation for you. Be grateful. Wake up in the morning sometimes and be grateful. Nobody says be grateful to a mystery. Be grateful for what you have in life, because there's people out here who might not be going through the same great things that you're going through. It might be brothers out here who don't have a house, who ain't got no food, who ain't got the necessities to keep themselves in order. So you have to be grateful for the things that you have. Don't be disgrateful, because when you're ungrateful, then your blessings don't come. Because you're not living a righteous way of life. But you're saying, I am grateful for life. I am grateful for love. I am grateful for peace. I am grateful for the happiness that I received. I am grateful for my family. These are the things I want you to say to yourself. Be grateful, because life is great. You know what I mean? That peace cannot exist without equality. That's why it's the sixth principle of our supreme mathematics, because it brings balance to the cipher. In this nation, we don't beg for equality. We build it and we live it. We become the example of what it means to want for the next man. The same level of peace and progress we demand for ourselves, I demand that for my brothers as well. You know why? Because it's like I said, what I want for me, I want for you. If I'm up here and you down here, there's something wrong with the picture. You know what I mean? If you my brother, and not saying that you are, we should be up here together, building on a higher frequency. Not me higher than you and acting like you beneath me. And I'm the God, and I'm looking at you like you a peasant. No, I have to rise you with me. We're going to rise together. That's the power of my knowledge, God. We're going to rise. I'm going to rise you with me, because I want you to be my equal. Not people say it's Master Brown saying than you. No, you see them too? They one of a kind. They in sync with each other. And that's what equality is, my brother. You know what I mean? Now I want you to share, subscribe, press the like button, subscribe, share this with other people who need some equality in their life, because all of us need to have a brother who's going to look out for their next brother. You know what I'm saying? A sister is going to look out for her sister, because that's all we got. A nation of one. And we got to keep it that way. Nothing should be able to come amongst us and tear us down, my people. I want to say peace to the gods, peace to the earths, peace to the ones that's building and trying to show and prove their equality to their community, because that's what we're all about. Peace. Always remember, we're here to build the cipher with your host, Master Browsy. Peace.